Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year first of all, and I hope Santa Claus or Father Christmas brought you everything you wanted over the Christmas period. But here we are back again, and I thought, let's start 2022 with a bit of On The Road. It's been quite popular on the channel, so I haven't played it since the last video that appeared on the channel, which I think was a live stream just before Christmas. If you remember, we took the livestock from Berlin to Magdeburg, so we're still in Magdeburg for this video, so we'll sort of carry on the chain around Germany, as it were. But I thought, we've done a couple of runs now with livestock, let's step it up a little bit and let's buy a new trailer, and let's buy a large trailer so we've got plenty of capacity, and let's do a few more jobs. And in this one we'll buy that trailer, we'll run from Magdeburg and we'll run all the way down to Hannover, which isn't too far, it's around 160 kilometers. So this is the trailer that we're going to buy. You can see here it's 30,000 euros. We've got plenty of money in there, we've got 108,000 at the moment. So just looking at the description, this is the 3-KS semi or semi, depending which part of the world you're in, box trailer. You can see it's quite a large capacity, nearly 29,000 kilograms. It says the JZ3-KS is a reliable and cost-efficient box body semi-trailer and the first choice of any transport company in need of a flexible semi-trailer with a maximum of rigidity and high cost benefit ratio. Sounds like a lot of words, but it is a big trailer, and it's only 30,000. Now if you're a beginner, don't forget that cattle trailer that you get as part of starting up a new save file is worth 60,000. So in my case, I'm going to assign that to another driver. I'm going to employ another driver. But what you can do is, if you're not using that for a while, the good thing about this game is that it's worth 60,000. You can actually sell it straight away for 60,000. So you can buy one of these trailers, and the buying and the selling is always the same price. So if I buy this for 30,000, it doesn't depreciate. I can resell it again down the line for 30,000. So you can swap around with your money and do it that way until you build up a little bit of money in the bank. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to buy this trailer, we're going to pick it up at the truck service in Magdeburg, and then we're going to go pick up some contracts and we're going to go and take those down the road to Hannover, and that should do it. So yeah, let's jump into it. Right, so I've made my way down to the truck service at Magdeburg, because when you buy your new trailer, it will always deliver it to one of the truck service locations. So let's go ahead and buy this one as we talked about, and then it should appear for us to just pick up. So we want to buy, and then we want to pick the location where we are, Magdeburg. Say yes. So it's saying our truck hasn't got anything assigned at the moment, so we need to manually hook up to it. So it should appear here at the truck service. There it is. So we'll get this hooked up. At least when you're just driving the cab, one thing's for sure, it's easy to reverse. Especially with these cameras are confusing when you're trying to reverse. I always trying to do fine adjustments in the reversing, always go the wrong way, and it's frustrating. It just comes with experience though. But when you're reversing without a trailer, obviously it is what it is. It's pretty straightforward. So I've not done this for a while, so let's see. I just need to remember the sequence to hook the trailer back up. doesn't do it automatically. You've got to back up underneath it. You've got to then take away the stabilisers from the trailer itself, which is keeping it static just there, and then you can fix the coupling and you're off. Just need some fine adjustments. Just another reminder that if you haven't already watched it, I have got a video up on the channel which shows my PS5 controller settings for On The Road. I had a lot of queries about settings for steering, etc., and how I had it set up, so I made a short video on that, so go and have a look at that. That's on the channel. Hopefully that's helpful. I know it's helped quite a few people, not just on PS5, but it's helped a few people playing this on Xbox as well. Okay, that was the wrong way around. So knock the stabilisers first. We need to hook up the trailer first. There we go. Just click the green underneath that you could just briefly see. And then let the stabilisers down. And we can get back in the truck now. So what I did was, in the interest of time, because I like to keep these videos down to around about the hour mark, I jumped in quickly and just set up several contracts. I think I've got three or four contracts which are all for pickup here, various parts of Magdeburg, and they're all for delivery in Hannover. So let's get out of this junction before that lady steps into the truck. So our first one is just over 4.5 kilometres away for the first pickup. It's another nice day in Magdeburg. I do love driving around the cities. The scenery in the game is at its best around the cities. Helps if I'm in the right lane. I think our first collection is cat toys. So we've got a few things to pick up. I think we've got cat toys, bricks, and fast food, I think, is one of the other contracts that we've got today. So a bit of a mix. Hopefully there's no cross-contamination in the back of this truck. And I think the contracts total around 90% capacity of this new trailer. So we're quite full, and you remember it's nearly 30,000 kilograms is full capacity. So we're at 90% of that once we've picked up these contracts. And it's a longer truck now. Once we've got the weight, the physics also change. It's a new challenge to turn corners at the traffic lights. But after a couple of runs, it's amazing how you adjust again. And I'm not used to trucking simulators. It's not something that I've previously really played before, apart from Truck Driver on the PS4. But you can pick it up fairly quickly. So I've skipped ahead just to where we're picking up the first contract. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me going backwards and forwards, trying to line up the truck. So I'll save you that in the interest of time and brevity. So these are the cat toys, so we just need to open up the back of the truck. Now that we've accepted the contract. And there they are, so that's the first one done. Close the doors again and we can move on to the second one. Which is around 22 kilometres away. Now, I know some of you guys have watched the videos on the channel and have contacted me to let me know that you've actually picked the game up. So that's really good. I'm really pleased about that. I'm glad that the videos have helped you make a choice. That's what this is all about, really, because I'm playing the games anyway. I might as well share them on the channel, and if it helps you make a decision whether to buy or not, that's a good thing. And let me know, if you are playing this, let me know how you're finding it. Is it what you expected? A quick look outside the truck. So I'm still using all the standard liveries at the moment. I've not reached the level yet where you get to do the customization. That comes later on. And I just went for a red light because I wasn't paying attention, so that'll be a small fine once we get to the end, but it's very small. Nothing that'll break the bank. So the plan is to try and cover all the cities, well, as many cities as I can on these videos. We'll kind of chain our way around Germany and see how many of those we can cover, but using different loads as well. So we've moved on from the cattle trailer now onto this. We'll use this, I think, for a little bit. This will give us some varied contracts to do, and as we progress up, we'll be able to move on to the storage containers, which is also quite interesting. Which I did get on the PS4, but I've not got yet. I've not reached that level yet on the PS5. Plenty of AI traffic now in this version. Just makes the city look a bit more alive each time you come in. And there's an advert there on the right hand side for Autobahn Police 2. Haven't played that. I don't think it got very good reviews, to be honest. And I believe number 3 is about to come out for the PC, certainly. I did think about buying that, and looked at some of the reviews on YouTube and decided I wasn't that impressed, so this one's enough for now. So we've got a little over 12 kilometres to the next pickup. Just looking at the driving time, we've got 5 hours 20. What I'll probably do when we have collected the last contract, I will probably put in the rest time, and it'll probably then move to an evening drive. Because I want to make sure there's enough driving time left for us to get to Hannover. It should be, as I say, it's around 160 kilometres, which isn't that far in game terms, probably 20-25 minutes perhaps. So there should be enough time left in the driving, but anyway, I'll move it to night time. We can have a look again what the game looks like at night. Certainly the daytime is nice and bright, quite like the daytime. There was a video actually released by the publishers it's Christmas Day actually, it was on Christmas Day, and it was talking about updates that are coming in 2022, and I know that one of those is further graphical improvements. Now, it didn't say what graphical improvements, but The guy who was doing the video was playing on the dev build. I think he was on PC though, but he was definitely on the dev build, and I did notice some big differences in just the sharpness and the detail of the graphics. So hopefully that will come to us as well on console. As we pull in here to make the next pickup. The other thing that he talked about as well are new trucks that are coming in 2022, and one of those I was particularly interested in because for the first time the game will allow us to have contracts for bulk liquids. So there was a small tanker trailer that was available, and I look forward to that. It's just a different type of contract, and you know, the more varied contracts, the better level of interest we'll maintain, I think, throughout this game. So it's good that they're able to add these in as it progresses through its life cycle. Just keeps it fresh. I hope also that, they didn't say in the video, but I hope what they also do is change some of the pickup points as well. So, you know, as you go through these videos, you'll see that, you know, we've got this area where we're just picking up the bricks, which is like a shipping container area. The rest of the contracts seem to be the same kind of buildings, the same kind of area where we do the pickup and where we do the delivery. It would be good if there were more randomized areas rather than the same ones on repeat. You travel to a different city, but actually the areas look exactly the same once you're in where you do the contracts. Oh, and that's me brushing the fence because I was at an awkward angle, but never mind, we didn't get any damage penalty there, which is good. It must have just been the cab rather than the cargo itself. And the other thing I wanted to mention about the update video that came out was steering wheel support. Now, I believe from the video he said that steering wheel support would be implemented by February. So that's good news, because I know again in the comments for the previous On The Road videos that I've done, a lot of people have mentioned wheel support. I don't have a wheel. I don't have a wheel or a set of pedals at all, because I tend to play this in the living room. So it doesn't sit well with me sitting in the comfy chair and having pedals in front of me and a big steering wheel on my knee. But it would be a good game if you could use a steering wheel. But I know there's been problems with steering wheel support. But it seems as if we've had a confirmation now that is coming in February. So that's good news for any of you that have already got a wheel and pedals set up ready to go. So we've got 4 kilometres to go till our next pickup. So we spent quite a bit of time doing the pickups. This is the other thing about the larger trailers, because you can take on more contracts, you spend a little bit more time filling up the trailer before you get underway, which is fine because you're just making that single trip, and you know, why not fill up the truck and make the maximum amount of money when you get to the other end. The game is all about money at the end of the day, so it's worth spending that little bit of extra time. This is one of the more awkward depots to arrive at when you've got a longer truck, as you can tell with the park cars now on either side. The actual reversing though is one of the more straightforward ones, because you'll see I'm able to bring this in now and completely straighten up the truck by drawing forward and being able to take it straight back. There are some very, very tight depots which are a bit ridiculous when it comes to reversing, but this is, as I said, this is one of the more straightforward. So I just need to ease it back. So just keep easing it back, just with some small adjustments, and we should be fine on this one. Hours 28 left on the driving clock, so I think I will move that forward once we've collected this last one. Fuel wise, still good. There's been a couple of missions I've run on this tank of fuel, and you can see there's probably approaching a third of the tank being used. So again, it doesn't really use a lot of fuel considering the mileage or the kilometers that you're doing in the game. It doesn't seem to use the fuel at the same rate as you would expect. So this is the fast food pickup. So let's get this on board. You can see at the back now everything's starting to fill up. So we'll close these doors and we can get underway then on the main part of the journey. So I'm going to advance it so that we can do a night run. This will give us a full 9 hours driving time now, so I best put some lights on as well. We've got 157.9 kilometres to get to Hannover. 25 to 1 in the morning. So it should start to get slightly lighter as we get to Hannover. There's something funny with the truck at the moment. It's as if there's a brake on. There is no brake on, which is a bit odd. It's pushing me sideways. Yeah, you can see in the mirror something's happening to the trailer now at the back. It's almost as if I'm stuck on the curb, which is odd. Let's take a quick look if we can. It's very odd. Let's see if we can get onto the road and see if we can fix this. Might be that we ran on the curb, just briefly. Okay, so I'm having to... Yeah, so we're getting some load damage now. Oh, you can see the truck is going sideways. Okay, I don't know about this one. That is strange. Now, I would like to tell you that this is a feature in the game, and that it's a result of the loads that we've picked up not being evenly distributed in the back of the trailer, but I can't actually claim that one. There's something funny. The funny going. I don't really know how we're going to fix this one. There is a reset truck option, but there must be a way to get out of this. Okay, it's pretty serious, and plus, each time we move to the right, we get hit by the van there. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Let's try and reverse, see if we can straighten it again. It seems to be rocking left and right. It doesn't want to play, does it? So it's putting me over to the opposite side of the road now. So I'm going to need to fix this somehow. It's a very strange one. I wonder if this is just with this particular trailer, because I've not seen this before. So I'm not really sure here. I'm not really sure what the solution is. Let's have a think about this one. I could try... Okay, we need to be out of the way of these cars. That's the first thing. I'm just wondering whether I should unhook the cab from the trailer and maybe that will magically do something to it. Okay, we're having crashes left, right and centre. Yeah, it won't let me drive straight at all. And struggling to accelerate. I'm battling a lost cause here, I think. Yeah, it's dragging me left again. So let's do this. Let's do it in reverse. We'll lower the support so it takes its own weight. Uncouple the truck. It still appears to be going left. It seems to be rocking left and right still, even when it's on the supports. Let's pull forward a little bit. Yeah, you see, it's doing it of its own accord, which is really, really strange. Very, very odd. So I'll give it a go anyway. I'll try and hook back up and see if that makes a difference. And as you can see, as far as the eye can see, there's a big trail of angry drivers behind us waiting for us to move. But if I were them, I wouldn't get too close to this trailer. It's got a mind of its own. So I'm just going to have to guess where the centre of the trailer is and be prepared to accept some damage. Let's see if we can do it now. So we need to see the green underneath to actually hook the trailer back on. And is it going to rock backwards? Here it goes. So there we go, there's the green. So then we need to lift the supports back up now that we've hooked it on. Now let's see if this has made a difference. I'm not sure. I don't see it rocking actually. I think that may have fixed it. How bizarre. So there you go. If you do get this, you now know what you need to do. You just need to put down, just unhook the trailer, put down the supports, unhook the trailer, and then re-hook it up again. and you should be okay. But I'm not really sure what that's all about. It's not a bug that I've seen. I will report that to the devs. But that's an odd one, very odd. But at least we didn't have to abandon the whole run, which is a good thing. And we can continue on now, on to Hannover. So it's about a 20-minute run to Hannover. So what I'll do is I will leave you to enjoy that run. Nice clear night's run down to Hannover, and then as we approach Hannover, I will be back to pick up with you then. So if you don't want to watch all of it, I will put chapters below so you can skip ahead, and yeah, talk to you again as we approach Hannover. Welcome back, guys. Here we are, just come off the motorway and we're arriving into Hannover, so we'll start doing our deliveries now. It's just starting to get light. 4:25 in the morning coming up. And the roads are fairly quiet. So we'll quickly do our first one, which was it's handy, right next to the motorway. This is one of those tight depots I was talking about earlier, where when you've got a long truck, it's very, very, very difficult to get it exactly straight. And this is the result. You can see I'm not very straight in, but look, if it turns green, in my opinion, let's get the loading done. So those are the cat toys, and we got 3,000, just over 3,200 euros just for the cat toy delivery. So that's good. It's a nice bit of money for us. So let's jump back in. 18 kilometers to the next drop off. So I think it was a smart move to rest up before we left Magdeburg. We've got 4 hours 20 left on the driving clock, and I think we had something like 3.5 hours before we reset it. So we would have had to stop somewhere along the motorway to rest up and refresh that driving time. So keep an eye on that as you're playing the game, and just decide whether it's best to rest before you leave, or to do it along the way. The thing about coming down the motorway is you've got to look for one of the service stations. It does allow you to stop in the middle of the motorway, but it's not very realistic. So it's always best to sort of do it before you leave. I'm interested to know what driving position you guys like as well when you're playing this. Are you in the cab most of the time like I am, or do you have the sort of seat forward view that doesn't show the steering wheel? I prefer this one. The seat forward one, where it just shows the view from the windscreen, is pretty good, but it doesn't give you the proper sense of the size of the truck, I don't feel, as you're going around the corners. So I find this the best all-round view, because of course you've got the mirrors as well, which helps. The orbital view of the whole truck is okay, but I find the steering most difficult to control in that view. So you'll see me occasionally pop in and out of the cab, but I don't stay outside for long, which is a shame, because if I'm playing Train Sim World, for example, I do like to spend a lot of the time out of the cab, just looking around at the scenery. The good thing about this game is you do get quite a decent view from this position of the scenery, so you don't really miss out as such. But I'd like to have some better control outside the cab, if I'm honest. Not game breaking though. There's other things to work on first. Right, so not far to go now to the next pickup. Delivery, I should say. Coming up on 6 AM. There is definitely less traffic during the nighttime hours, so I don't know if that is a conscious decision by the developers, whether they reduce the amount of traffic and people, pedestrians walking around between certain hours. Makes sense. Probably also helps the memory profile as well. Less things to load into memory is always going to be good. But there's definitely a lot less traffic at this time. So this is another one of the shipping yards. So like I said before, this one's it's pretty much a mirror image of the one where we collected from earlier in the video. There are some slight differences occasionally. You'll see just here there are buildings there that we were approaching. In the last one we were on the edge of a river, so that building wasn't actually there, but the road layout and the scenery to the left here, these cranes, these box cranes, it's all the same layout. So let's get this one delivered. Again, this one provides a pretty straight reverse. Just swing the back end in now. Should turn green for us very shortly, with any luck. Just keeping my eye on that left hand mirror there to watch that yellow line at the bottom change to green, and there we go. Wasn't too bad. Just have to remember to watch that fence on the left as I pull away next time. So these are the bricks. I must admit they don't look like bricks, but you know, 6,769 euros, which is a pretty decent bit of money. So I think we've just got one more to deliver, which is the fast food, which usually are at the petrol stations or fuel stations. So then the video will come in at just under an hour, I would say, so that's good. I mean, what I will say is I think this is a game, because you've got long journeys, this is a game more suited to live streaming than it is to recorded video footage. There are long stretches of motorway driving where in a recorded video it's difficult for me to keep giving you tips and tricks as we're going along. That part of the journey is really just for you to enjoy the scenery and the ride. So in a live stream, when there's more interaction, it's much easier to do the longer runs. I do want to do some longer ones, but you know, it's no fun just sitting around for 2 hours listening to me talking. So we'll do that as a live stream, and we'll introduce some of the longer runs. And this will be the last stop. Now you can come in this way, but actually if I was to continue down the main road there and turn left, it would be easier to park. But what I'll do is I'll swing it around and reverse in, so I'll just skip ahead slightly. And there we are. So let's deliver this, and that will be it for today's video. Thanks as ever for joining me. It's always a pleasure. Hope you're enjoying the game if you're playing it. Let me know down in the comments below if you enjoyed this, and if you want to see more, if there's a particular part of On The Road that you want me to play and put on the channel. I will do the live streams as I've mentioned. Yeah, please like, please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks very much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.